How can I move through this thing as a way of being, to stand in something, so that when we get out the other side, we're empowered. We're actually empowered to live. So understanding works hand in hand with the power of faith. In unity, understanding works that way because they support and activate each other in the process of spiritual realization. So faith is this power that allows us to trust in the unseen, to believe in divine potential. I've got an attitude of gratitude. The reading today was about possibility. Right? Has anybody here ever started, or online, anybody ever started something in your life because you had a belief that it was going to work? Right? That is that faith. You know, you've got this divine idea, something showed up and you're like, yeah, I could do this. And you launch yourself into it. And then what you want to do is partner with understanding. It's that power to help us make sense of the spiritual truth, to perceive with clarity what faith is drawing us toward, the deeper reason for why am I doing this. Because that moment of inspiration off the beginning, it will fade, right? We get that zeal, another 12 power, another one of the 12 powers. We get that enthusiasm for it, and we burn really hot in that enthusiasm, and then we burn out, right? So we want to temper that enthusiasm with understanding so that we can see where we're at. Hey, I'm really excited about this, and I also know if I keep running at this level, I'm going to fade. So maybe I just need to take that sacred pause, slow things down for a moment, breathe. You're going to breathe anyway, right? So let's be conscious of that breath. Take that moment to be consciously aware of what's going on. So, a practical application, as it says here in my notes, would be ask, what is Spirit showing me through this? You could make that a daily practice for anything in your life. That brings in that deeper understanding. And as I said earlier, you know, our eyes and our ears can deceive us. There's a scripture for that. Jesus asking, having eyes, do you not see? Having ears, do you not hear? And he's asking his disciples because they've got those things, but they're missing the point. So it's sort of like a play for them to maybe take a step back and go, oh, maybe this isn't in the physical realm. This is something deeper than that. And I might have to leave what I think I see, what I think I hear behind, and go to a different place. And that's that inner source, that inner guide. So I've been falling in love with my silence. Anybody else? To be sitting in the silence. And, you know, Fillmore used to sit in his office. Charles Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, used to sit in his office for an hour to 2 hours a day in the silence. And that was his time to call upon a greater version of himself, to call upon creation, to understand for himself what was next, what needed to be done next. And I was listening to a podcast this morning from a completely different side of the brain, the business side of the brain, and the world of making money. And this person that is on Shark Tank. Anybody seen Shark Tank? Yeah. And so they've actually developed within themselves an intuitive nature to understand whether somebody coming in to pitch is actually in the game. Is like, really, are they serious or do they need some work? because how they show up and the way that they deliver tells him everything he needs to know about whether this is an opportunity or not. Right? And that's come from a practice of paying attention, of awareness, of listening to what's going on and not speaking. And he prefaced that earlier, and so this is sort of my pitch for the silence. He preferenced it earlier in that one of his companies, he mostly hires women as his CEOs of his companies, and most of his investments have been with women entrepreneurs because they're just better. But he was sitting in a meeting with one of them, and she said, "You know, you would do so much better if you listened more and talked less. Like, why don't you practice listening 2/3 of the time and talking 1/3 of the time?" This is her to the biggest investor in her company. This was her direction to him, and he took it well. And of course, you know, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so 2/3 to 1/3, right? It kind of matches her lesson to him. But he took that to heart, and he said it changed everything about how he operated in his businesses going forward. All of his relationships with all of his CEOs, all of the employees, how he listened to pitches, how he listened to other business people, completely changed by learning to shut up and listen. And that's what the silence is. When we sit in the silence, we're actually listening in here. And so part of that silence is you have to understand, and this comes from Buddhist practice. I read this from a monk, I forget who it was, doesn't matter. But the chatter, you know, when you're sitting and ready to meditate and you get the chatter in your head, right? It's always going to be there, so don't worry about it. It's just the way it is. But that's part of the journey. So what we need to do is embrace that as like, oh, this is part of it. And eventually, if I sit here long enough, I'm going to go past it. So it's like a test ground. Are you worthy of the next stage? And part of that is earning the right to be in the silence by going through what the ego is trying to do, which is to pull you out of there. Because it's like, no, don't do this to me. What are you doing? I can't manage this. So it wants to bring all of these thoughts and ideas to your head and keep rattling them off. And as you sit in the silence, the longer you sit, the quieter it gets. And then that's where magic can happen. So we're going to practice that. See how I set that up? Huh? We'll just do 5 minutes, I promise. Okay, and I'll keep the time so you don't have to worry about it. I'll even get my timer open. All right, so I invite you, and if we can dim the lights a little, that would be super awesome. Yeah. So I invite all of us to just take a moment here and find a spot either on the ground, or if you're comfortable, close your eyes. Just find a place where you can soften your gaze and just allow yourself to be breathed into each moment. There's nothing else to do except to sit and be present to whatever is going on through your head. Just be present and allow it to unfold. And so I invite you to take a nice gentle breath in. Let that go. Let's bring alive our attitude of gratitude. And just let your gratitude be felt throughout this room or wherever you're joining us from. Just bring your gratitude to all of this community in its entirety, for joining us here today, for being part of this. That's the sound. It's time. So thank you, all of you. And also gratitude for yourself. Don't forget to be grateful for yourself for taking the time to practice, for taking the time to be in community. You know, part of my gratitude practice every day is to be thankful about something of myself, building that self-appreciation, continuing to understand that I'm part of this. It's not just life out there, it's life in here. So, namaste.
Thank you, Joshua and Thomas. Please join in singing the Abundance Affirmation. Thank you all for your support in making Unity Vancouver Island so fulfilling for all of us. If you're able to provide financial support at the back, we can do that. You can go online to e-transfer to donations at unityvancouverisland.com. But there's other ways to serve, and we appreciate all the support you can provide through sacred service, talent, or time. Please join me in our children's blessing. We see the divine light shining as you. We love and appreciate you exactly the way you are. Now give it up one more time for Joshua. Thank you, Rev T, for the great talk. And the tech team, Max, Marie, and Sharon on camera. And also for the support team in the kitchen. Appreciate your... And if you're able to stay in person, please join us for some fellowship and refreshments. And now our closing prayer, the prayer for protection. The light that is God surrounds us. We are one with the light.
Protects us. We are one with the power. Watches over us. We are one with the presence. God is. So is. Amen.
And now please stand for the peace song.
Each other in perfect harmony.